guys, it's Friday morning, and got my video out this morning, and then the power went off, and it's been off since. It's been about 45 minutes, almost an hour, and it's starting to get a little chilly in here. It's 15 below out this morning, so I got to do something to keep moving. I can't see a damn thing. It's pretty dark. I got the natural light from the front window of the garage door. So maybe I'll just take some parts off the Triumph to keep busy and keep moving and keep warm. So yeah, that's what I'll get after. All right, so it's been about an hour now, and I've been dinking around with this thing. Somebody's gone over this thing before and, quote, restored it. I mean, 6 different size fasteners for one fender. Come on, it didn't come from the factory like that. So it is what it is. There's some are metric, some are standard. I've got Allen heads. I got all kinds of crap here. If you're putting something like this together, pick one and go with it. This is aggravating as shit. Anyway, I'm going to continue on taking pieces off. The battery's getting low in my camera, and quite frankly, my fingers are starting to freeze up. It's gotten down to about, I don't know, under 10 degrees in here. And it's cold. And I'm an old guy, can't handle cold. So what I'm going to do here is take things apart, but I'm going to try and keep units together. So, I can't get this fender out until I get the these braces off. But because it won't fit between the forks. But when I get it off, I'll kind of half-ass put it all back together so I know how things go. And then I can put it aside and get to it when I'm ready. And put some bolts in that are all the same. What a pain in the butt. The powers that be keep telling us to go electric, go electric. Well, these kind of outages happen out here probably half a dozen times a year, if not more. And it's for a couple of hours at a time. So we just don't have the grid, man. You want to go electric, fine. But build the grid to go with it. Because I'm telling you, it can't handle it. Anyway, my battery's almost dead, so I'm just going to keep on going here. And I got side cover and rear peg off on the other side and a few other things. I'm just going to keep on hauling stuff off. All right, so I want to take this thing apart and down to the bare frame, but I want to take it apart in lumps rather than having 4 million pieces all over the place. I want to take it in chunks. So right now I want to take the bars off. So with the bars comes the whole bunch of other stuff, the throttle linkage and the choke. That means the carburetors are still attached and all that kind of stuff, right? So here's an example. When I said it was, a million different wrenches to take these things apart. There's 2 bolts here, okay? It's a better angle there. These are from the risers. There's this one here. Oop, try to move some cables around. Damn it. Yeah, there. So there's one over there, and there's one here. Well, that one, the far one, takes a 14 mil wrench. This one takes a 5/8 wrench. It's like this on every piece in the bike. It's driving me crazy. But anyway, I've got them both loose, so I'm going to get them off. Then I'm going to kind of feed the cables and everything through. I'll have to pop the headlight off to get everything out of there. And then I'll be out in one lump. So, yeah, we'll just keep on rocking, man. All right, so the power came back on around 11 a.m. I got down to in the 40s in here. So let the furnace rip, went in, had lunch, let it warm up a bit, and then I got to work on the old Chevy truck. So it's after supper now, and I've done a few things. Disconnected the handlebars. They're just hanging down here. So there. And headlight. The only thing that's keeping this on now is the switch on the handlebar. I was hoping to feed things through and keep it all together as a unit, but the cables run through the frame in different spots, through this way, through that way. It's not going to happen, so I'm going to have to disconnect all the cables on the bars and pull the carbs and everything away. I'll take the horn out and finish this gauge, take that off, and I'm going to leave the front forks in for now because that's what's kind of holding the bike up. The clamp here, the front of the table, and I'll move to the back and we'll get on taking out the swing arm and all the rear suspension, the shocks and all that stuff, and then it's just a few little things and we're down to bare frame. So probably a couple more hours of work and I'll have it down to bare frame, and then we can start cleaning that up. So, but I've got a major, well, let me show you. This is carnage. Crazy. So, you got tools and shit everywhere. It's unbelievable. Like I said, everything was the same. It was three nuts one size, one a different one. 2 nuts, both different sizes, holding the same piece on. So I've got sockets and wrenches and pliers and whatever all over the freaking place. So I'm going to clean this all up, wipe down my table. There's oil all over it and stuff too. And I'll clean all that Honda shit out of the bottom of my engine stand and put all the Triumph stuff in there. Nice and neat like, and should be able to keep this contained to a pretty small area. So that's where I'm at. I'm probably going to knock it off for the evening. I'm kind of done. But yeah, made real good progress. So tomorrow night we'll be back at her. Alright, so as you can see, the front, everything is cleaned up. It's just basically the fork tubes left to come out. So I'm on the swing arm here and the rear. So I've already taken the bolts out from the upper bolts from the shocks out. I've cracked this nut here, so that's ready to go. This is the main shaft for your swing arm. I did have to disconnect the cable. This wire here went to the ignition switch, which I believe would be keyed power. The same colored wire goes up to the headlight switch, and that was on, well, it's an empty terminal now, but that's where it was. So yeah, I've got a bolt to take out here that's holding the fender on. I'm thinking this whole back piece will come out as a unit. I've got to detach this rod here. It's attached to, no, actually I don't. That will come with it. Okay. Yeah, so that should be just about it. Said I've already taken this one out. Yeah, I don't see anything else holding me up. Oh, this. Up here, the fender, I already taken this one out. I've got one more to take out here. And this should come free because it's part of the, was bolted in where the shock was. So, take this one out, take the shaft out, and that one bolt in the bottom of the fender, and the whole ass end should come out of this thing. So there you go. With the wiring here, I've heard guys bitch about the wiring. I can't think of anything simpler. There's like 4 wires in the whole bike. So, I mean, even if you screw it up, there's only so many combinations you can do. So, I don't know. I don't see any problem with it. I think it's very, very simple. So, yeah, I'm going to do that, yank that sucker out of there, and then I just got the battery box and crap here to clean up and the oil tank to remove, and we're done with this for now. Alright, see if this works the way I think it's going to work. So the wheel's up in the air, I've jacked it up. And there's my pin for the swing arm. Okay. Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Almost lost it. There we go. We got one cable here. Sweet, that was close. Hey. Actually, I should probably put this into the swing arm. Yeah, I think I will. Anyway, not bad. So now I've just got the little battery box area to clean up. A couple of brackets. That's it. It's bare frame. All right, so it's Sunday night, about 9:45. I've been on it for about a half an hour, and well, I pulled out the oil tank and battery box and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, all I've got left now is the front wheel and the fork tubes, and that's it. So ready to start cleaning it up and stripping the paint off. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Now, I've got 1,047 wrenches out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, this bear and this rabbit are taking a dump in the woods, and they're kind of side by side. The bear says to the rabbit, he says, "I'd ask you, he says, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit thinks for a second, says, no, I don't have that problem. So the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit. Anyway, get those two off. On the other side. up on here. Oh. Alright, so I guess I'll twist the frame around. I sprayed some penetrating oil on both sides because there's a little bit of surface rust here, and hopefully they'll be able to break free and twist out nicely. And then yeah, clean up and start stripping the paint off this sucker. So there you go. All right, so it's Monday night, and yeah, there's my Triumph. My buddy had come in this morning and said, geez, you're gonna put that all back together? I said, wow, it's gonna be pretty tough to ride the way it is. But anyway, yeah, bare frame. So that's ready to start stripping the paint off of. There's the front end all apart. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all that stuff there, not the rear end, but all the fenders and all the small bits, and I'm gonna clean that out and put them all in there, tidy up a bit, and get the chain soaking, some oil, and you know, look at the friggin' tools, man. I mean, I used every one of them. So I mean, they're on the bench because I used them. So it was like never ending. I think I spent more time going back and forth to the toolbox than anything else. But anyway, she's apart. I ended up clamping it to the table to get the fork tubes out. Took a little bit of wrangling, especially on the right side. It was stuck in there pretty good. Ended up using a pipe wrench to break it free, but I was careful not to mark it up too much. So anyhow, yeah, so I'm gonna put all this shit away, clean everything up, and set up, turn the table around, I guess, make maximum use of my space, and we'll start cleaning off the frame and stripping the paint off and everything, probably in the next video. So there you go, the aftermath. All right, so there you go. It's tore down, and got a whole bunch of pieces. So now I can just clean up the frame, get all the grease and crap off the thing, and strip it down to bare metal. I'm not sure yet. I may be using, or probably, I'm leaning towards using like a chassis coating, epoxy, to do the frame. It's gloss black, and the stuff comes thin enough that I think I can spray it on and get a pretty nice finish with it. And then it's a matter of getting the all the bits and pieces restored separately and onto the bike. I'm going to concentrate, of course, on the front and rear wheel, get the thing back up on wheels so that it's it'll be easier to work on and stable. And eventually you'll have to get after that engine. But for now, it'll be frame, clean up, paint, and we'll start, you know, maybe take the whole swing arm, that whole thing apart, blow it right apart, go over the rear brakes and all that other stuff, and paint everything and polish everything and get it back on the bike. So yeah, moving right along. It's gonna be a fun project. You know, if you like the content, please subscribe, and if you've subscribed already, thank you very much. I know the bike's not getting great numbers as far as views go right now, but I think it will grow, and really, it's my bike and I want to build it anyway. So if you're just a truck fan and the bike videos are taking you off or whatever, well, you can skip the bike videos, I guess. But I think it's a cool project, and I think a lot of the viewers on this channel appreciate any old vintage mechanical stuff. So yeah, I think it'll grow just fine. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. And if you know, if you're not doing anything, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.